Good morning, beautiful people. Dominique here with another video, and today I will be showing you how to change the windshield wiper transmission and motor on a 2006 Chevy HHR. But first, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Tools needed: ratchet and extension, 15mm socket, 7mm socket, 10mm socket, T25, and a 12mm socket. Before you start, be sure to mark the windshield wipers. That way you can easily line them up when it's time to replace them. And you can do it the same exact way I did in the video. Alright, so you pull the plastic covers off. Alright, in order to remove the windshield wiper, you're going to need a 15mm socket. 15mm socket on the other side. And once you're done, separate everything. So you push down on it, pull it out, and press down right here, it'll come up and pull it off. And now you're gonna need a 7mm socket. Start removing these bolts. Now that that's out, I'll put this to the side. Alright, moving on to the final screw. And also I noticed there were 5 snaps right here that I had to snap off. No problem. Alright, so now that everything's loose, here's the big part. The part I've been waiting on. Alright, so you want to disconnect this harness. First you want to remove these screws using a 10mm socket. Alright, now that all 3 screws are loose, they should be able to come up with no problem. Just gotta watch this side over here. Just pull it out. This is the reason why one of my windshield wipers was working. As you can see, this one's still bolted on to the back of there. And on this side, it snapped off. If you got a new motor attached to your assembly already, that's fine, but I don't, so I'm gonna be removing this motor. All right, so to remove this top screw, you're gonna need a T25. T25. You can use a Phillips head screwdriver, but I found it easier just to use a 10mm socket because this thing is in here real tight and it's rusted. And I almost stripped it using a screwdriver, as you can see. But when I use a 10mm socket and a ratchet, it comes right out. 10mm socket on this one too. And for this screw on the back, you'll need a 12mm socket. And what do you know? When I removed this screw, it revealed another screw that I was talking about. So I'm just gonna use a 10mm socket to remove it. So I got it on a new assembly. Put the screws in exactly the way it was. Do not forget to put this linkage. Hold on, let me give you a better view. Connect it to the motor, to the back of the motor. Otherwise, your windshield wiper is just gonna hum and they're not gonna work. So make sure this is connected. So grab your 10mm screws and put it in, and you could tighten it up behind that. If you have a hard time lining the screws up inside the hole, Just adjust this in the back. It's probably too high, as I had to do it. So now that everything's tight, go ahead and plug your harness back up. So I got on the inside to give it a little test run. There you go. That's what it's supposed to be doing, working perfectly. Put all the snaps in, fairly easy. And you just put all your screws back in. So it's time to get screws in a 7mm socket. Alright, so now it's time to put the windshield wipers on. You're going to need a 15mm socket. And then just tighten this. Make sure it's nice and tight. Get the little plastic cap. Put the cap back on it. So I'm going to give it a hand tighten so I can line up the windshield wiper. One last thing I forgot to put the cap on. And go ahead and peel this tape off. All right, so let's go ahead and test these windshield wipers out. And that's how you replace a windshield wiper transmission assembly and motor on a 2006 Chevy HHR. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.